On TV.
Yep, born in Burns Lake, 1960. Right. First day of spring. They were going to call me Robin. Yeah. Well, I think even to start with, I always said, like I said, it involved a little bit in sports and a little bit outside of the forest industry growing up as a young adult or young, I guess, going to school. And I always said I wasn't going to be one of them redneck loggers. And here I am actually logging and involved with the woodlot and loving every minute of it. And I think part of it is, I think, the perception sometimes that you're just going to go cut down trees, but there's a lot more than cutting down trees and living in an environment. And I always say I think we're almost a true environmentalist. We love to drink the water, fish, use the outdoors, and the woodlots give us an opportunity to do that. I think it's a great program.
I was born into it. It was a challenge more than anything. The way you have to speak to people, the way you have to do business-wise things. It's more of a, it's just to be able to be around people that are different and learn from them people.
Sure. Actually, Mr. Linde started it when the boys were just small. And the oldest boy died or passed away when they were quite young. And so Howard kind of left with it. He's smart. He don't give nothing away. He's shrewd. And yeah, he delivers what I want. And no, very, very fair. Very fair.
When Carl first started talking about the woodlot, when he was looking into the program, and we traveled back and forth to work together, so we were always chatting, and there wasn't a lot to know about it, but as he got more information on it, it was just intriguing to me because I had been working with Carl in the logging industry already for a few years, and I just loved the whole family-oriented part of it, knowing that at that time we had two boys, and like that would just fit right in.
I ask myself that too. I do it because I still enjoy doing it. I've been doing it since 1972, and I enjoy what I'm doing most of the time. I mean, there's certainly mornings when I get up and go, man, I wonder why I'm still doing this, but that's usually just because I'm stiff and sore from the day before. But as long as I still enjoy what I'm doing, I'll keep doing it. And I think it's something I believe in. I think I'm sort of like third generation blogger, so I guess it's in my genes, and the Woodlot program fits in nicely with that.
When British Columbia's Woodlot program was born, a new path was created for those who wished to take it. Realizing the benefit of this program, 4 such families took that path. The Strimbolds of Burns Lake, the Lindes of Alkali Lake, the Luco Every family of Sorrento, and the Whittington family of Quadra Island have all demonstrated a high standard of stewardship, and they have continued that commitment by passing the license on to the 2nd generation of family and hopefully the generations to follow.
I think it was in the early 80s. We moved out here to the farm in 1976 and had cattle. And of course Archie was retired from logging, contract logging in 1979. And he didn't think the farming was making too much money, so he thought this Woodlot proposals came up. So he thought, why not try it? He thought it was a good way to manage the forest, that if local people had more control of their forest land, that things would work better. And so he got it. I'm sure it was about 82 that he got that first one established. And then there came up more woodlots, so he decided Marvin should have one because he was quite active in our company at that time.
Okay, so you can see here, this brush pile here has just been left here after the processing and logging part, and eventually we're going to take most of the wood out of it to use for pulp. And just down at the pile, this brush pile used to basically run along the road here to the timber line, and back there we've already taken most of the brush pile out, and you can see we've really minimized how much waste is being burnt. We've maximized the use out of the logs to ship for pulp, so there's quite a significant difference in the amount of material on the roadside.
Now, like, you don't have to do this, do you?
No,
we don't have to. No.
So how come you do it then?
Well, we get money out of it, and the chipper guy, he gets money, and we're taking out, trying to save all we can out of the wood, trying to get as much as we can out of her. So.
And it keeps people employed. Like right here, up here, we got 3 people going, and at the chipper they got at least 2 people working kind of basically full time. And right now it's pretty tight in the forestry up north here, but we get, you get 5 people here and 5 people there working, and pretty soon things keep going instead of coming to a standstill.
Well, it pretty much turned out as my intentions were, yeah. Was just to operate the woodlot to the point where I couldn't do it anymore and pass it on to Brian. It has the potential to be a very satisfying job, You're improving the quality of the woodlot, and
There where you fell, you remember we got to this creek here?
Yeah.
And,
conscientious, whatever. And I've been around for years. And I've worked for some haywire contractors, But he's one of the best. Well, he learned from his father-in-law. And he was one hell of a logger. But no, he's really conscientious in the bush. Well, he started when he was about 15 or 16 with Carl, So he broke in his eye teeth, as you can say.
He was quite young.
Yeah, oh yeah.
What was your observation when you saw this long guy?
Well, I thought, well, son, you got a long ways to go, but he hung in there. Because he never worked in the bush before in his life.
Really?
So Carl broke him in. And here he is today.
When Carl, he had the woodlot, he had it awarded to him in 1985. At that time, wife and I, we had our own business going pretty strong at that time, and we worked with Carl off and on till about 1990, and we got very involved from that time frame on and stayed in tune with everything that was going on, and resulted in where we are today. And hopefully, you know, with my two boys, they were part of the Woodlot program. When they were 13 years old, they each got a new power saw, and they were working on the landing. And unfortunately, at this point, they didn't go this route. They're off doing their own thing, but there's still hope that they would be back, and maybe this could be part of their future.
Yeah, I believe that, yeah, there was definitely an interest there to be involved. I did do quite a bit of work with Grandpa and Dad on the woodlot, like logging per se, and they were pretty happy with what they were doing. It was, you know, it was joyful for them to go to work together, and you know, they'd spend their days in the bush, and close family, we'd go up there with them, spend the day sometimes on the landing with them, and so it was quite enjoyable for that aspect of it.
When it first started, it was just Eric Johansson out of the forestry that kind of told us that we should try and get us a woodlot, and being we had so much timber on our place here, to combine it so it'd be part of viable income that would gradually come off of both of them, you know. So we had the ranch, and then we got the woodlots, and Eric Johansson is the one that really helped us get it. Then my wife, she did all the paperwork. I mean, there was a lot of paperwork for us and everything at the beginning, and it's how it all started.
Just get rid of it.
I think I got from my dad more than anything. I love the woods. I love nature in a lot of ways.
The value of growing your own vegetables and logging your own wood and doing your own farming it's healthy, mind, spirit, and body. And you know, it's a beautiful way to live, and having choice and creating what you want, not what somebody else wants you to have. And so often we're in jobs that just suck everything out of us. And this kind of life is just, you know, fantastic. It doesn't have to be on this scale for people, but, you know, there's value in living on and respecting the land that we have and where we are.
Mother Nature will provide you with all the trees that you want. All you have to do is look after it. You gotta look after all the sick trees, get them out of the way to benefit the healthier trees. That's pretty good now. You know, before these were so.
Hi, Papa. Hi, how are ya?
Good.
Are you getting lots of cherries? Yeah? You gonna sell them tomorrow? Yeah, it's been very good, because people appreciate the fact that they can come Saturdays. Most of the time I'm here and get a few 2x4s too, but they do appreciate the fact that they can get something is coming from a sustainable, or hopefully sustainable operation, and it's something that's staying local, and they see the results of the woodlot program. A lot of the people that buy wood from me spend a lot of their recreational time on my woodlot and other woodlots, and so they understand what the program's about probably a lot more than other people do, and they're pretty supportive of it. So that's, you know, that's a good thing too. It's like keeps it very, very local and very hands-on, because these people see You know, they go out in the woodlot, they see where we're harvesting, they come here, they see finished product, and they can buy product that is they saw was standing trees a few years ago, and see all our regeneration that's happening in all our plantations and that it's gives them, I guess it gives them a better feeling that somebody's looking after things.
I got involved in the operation about 10 years ago when I met Dick's stepdaughter and we started dating, and I started working here then for a couple years, and then I left here for a few years, and I've been back here now for about 3 years working at the mill. And in the meantime, me and his daughter have built a house across the street with the wood from the milling up on the mill, and built ourselves a house, and now I've got no gas for my commute to work. I just walk through the trail, and I don't know, it's family, right? It's great, you know, you get up in the morning and you visit with your daughter for a couple minutes, head out to work, and I'm home for lunch, and I can go see my daughter at my lunch and my breaks. You feel part of it rather than having to get up to work every morning. I don't have that feeling that I have to get up. Well, I do, but you know, it's no big deal. You just get up and do your thing.
There's a real almost separation here from the old timers to the new people who come on, and people like Dick and Jerry are always being challenged from newcomers because they're afraid, well, they're out here doing damage. And within a short period, you know, you talk to other people who've lived here and they go, no, they're very respectful. You can go down, they live on their own lots. They take care of the place. So they are scrutinized, but they are respected, and you know, we really value that they care, and we are still able to bring timber and wood that we need to build with.
Well, my dad was a man that believed you had to earn what you got, and when I was about 15, I wanted a car in the worst way, and he said, well, you'll have to earn it, and the only way that really I was going to earn enough money to buy the car was to sell some logs, and we'd been doing some selective logging on the farm. So he agreed that I could keep the revenue from the logs if I was to do all the work. He felled the trees for me, and it made me limb them all with the axe. He thought that that would discourage me, but it didn't. It took me about 3 or 4 days, but I got them all limbed, got the money, and got the car. And he saw that I was serious and taught me how to use a chainsaw, so it was much easier after that.
Good. How about yourself?
Good.
Gary.
I'm
I
Beatrice.
just came to see if you guys could sell us sling of lumber. Or
Sure.
How much you want it for?
Yeah. This is our card. You want 1x4s?
Yeah.
How long?
Yeah, it is a little family business. And, yeah, both of them, Howard and Beatrice, are really hard workers. Man. They spend a lot of time not only in the woodlot, they got a farm to run and they hay to put up, and you know, they're really quite challenging sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We'll give you a call later.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you. See you.
They were tied up with a farmer's market quite a bit. Now, they got a big garden out there, and they used to